Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. So a lot of the times I'm reporting the news and it's all bad. Like there's nothing I can do about it. There's just bad news after bad news after bad news. So today on a Sunday on July 14th, I just want to have a good news day. So today, nothing but good news. So the first good news we have is some cruise ships have started doing humanitarian aid and supplies to the hurricane-ravaged areas from the Caribbean, where Hurricane Beryl really in particular hit. Like Grenada was devastated by this hurricane and is running short of everything. Well, the Rhapsody of the Seas actually changed its destinations and made a stop over in Grenada and dropped off supplies, much needed supplies, as well as an extra 15 tons of fuel because they're running out of fuel for their vehicles and their emergency vehicles and their repair vehicles to just keep going. So this fuel will help in those repair issues and that. And a lot of people always, rag on cruise lines and everything for different things. But boy, when there's trouble in the Caribbean and that, they're always the first ones there dropping off supplies and making emergency evacuations if there need to be. So great on Royal Caribbean, Rhapsody of Seas for doing the donations and dropping those things off, as well as the other cruise lines are doing so in the area as well. It's much, much needed. That's a great story to start off with. How about another one? Guess what? Princess Cruise Line is now in the Guinness Book of World Records because they held the world's largest pizza party at multiple venues. That's the actual title of the world record now, where they handed out on the Sun Princess over 60,000 slices of pizza. Now, if the ship, say, has 4,000 passengers on it, that's a lot of pizza per people, right? A lot of people had a lot of pizza that day. But yeah, they are now celebrating with their new world champion, 13-time world champion pizza chef. And they are really, everyone seemed to have a really good time on board. It's a really fun thing to have done. It happened on the 12th of July. And congratulations to the Sun Princess, who is now, the Princess Cruise Line is now in the Guinness Book of World Records for a fun pizza party at sea. And yes, I have to say they do have, so far, out of all the cruise lines I've been on, the best pizza at sea. If you have an Alfredo's on board, you have the best pizza at sea, at least in my opinion. And apparently, they've been voted that many, many times over and over again. So I'm very happy to say, great job, pizza party. Pizza party is always a very good thing to happen. Next, let's talk about Royal Caribbean and something that they're testing apparently now on the Icon of the Seas. Now what they're testing is something like Princess already has, their medallion app. If you know what the medallion app is, it can be worn as a necklace, it can be worn as a watch, it can be worn as a keychain kind of thing around your neck. But you can actually go on your app and track your different party members. So if your kids are over in some place, you can track where they are. If you're trying to find them on the ship, you can track where they are. Well, Royal Caribbean right now is trying this right now in the Kids Club area for passengers on the Icon of the Seas. They have a waterproof wristband that has a chip in it that will allow parents to be able to track them on the app where they are. And it's not new technology, but it's the first time Royal Caribbean is introducing this on their ships. Now, apparently, it's only in the testing phase right now, but I imagine this is something that would really make passengers, especially on these large ships, like there's 10,000 people on the Icon of the Seas if you count crew members. It's the largest cruise ship in the world. It's huge. You would love to be able to just track down your kids really easily, right? Really, really easy. I'm in the water park. Okay, well, that's a pretty big area. So if you could just track them on your app, like I've done that many, many times on Princess when I'm sailing with my friends, my niece, with Tony. I'll say, oh, Tony's not here in the theater yet. I wonder where he is. Oh, here he comes. I can see him coming down on deck 7, and he's just passing Princess Live. He's on his way to the theater. I know where they are. And it's a very good thing to do, and I'm glad to see that Royal Caribbean's jumping on this. And yeah, not new technology, but really good technology. And I hope it makes parents just a little easier when they're sailing out there with their kids. That is another good, that's 3, right? 3 good news stories. Well, let's go with number 4. Number 4, but before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from the good news stories to the bad news stories that sometimes I have to cover, to everything that you need to know to make your next cruise just a little bit easier, maybe save you some money, maybe save you some frustration. I've had many people, I harp on getting travel insurance over and over again on this channel, and I have so many emails of people who said, you know what, we never did it until you said it, and we finally did. All right, we're gonna do it. And then my husband tripped on the stairs and broke his leg, and we needed to be airlifted out. And it would have cost us $30,000, but we had the insurance. I have numerous stories like that, and it makes me feel really good that some of my advice actually works. So I hope you'll join us here on the channel. Again, it doesn't cost anything, and it really helps the channel out when you subscribe. Hit that like button and even leave some comments down below, and I really, really do appreciate it. All right, let's talk about Nassau. Now, Nassau is one of the busiest ports in the Caribbean. And a lot of people have been there, done that. They say, been there, done that. So they tend not to get off the ship. They'll stay on the ship, less people on the ship, more time to spend at the pool, easier to get a chair. But Nassau's trying to change that. They've been trying to change that for a few years now. They've just spent about $60 million in the port area changing what was there. Originally, what was there in Nassau when you got off might have been 1 or 2 souvenir shops, and then basically it was your buses to excursions, or you had the path to walk downtown. Well, now they have restaurants, they have bars, they have more shopping there, all more in an enclosed area, but really nothing for families, nothing for your children. You're not going to bring your children to the bar. It's like nothing attracts. So you're going to want to go to someplace else like Atlantis, which is nearby, the big water park that's there. Something like that. Or Royal Caribbean now is building their own little shelter area, their own little private island in Nassau, which will attract a lot of people as well. Well, Nassau doesn't want everybody going there, so they are now building a water park right next to the cruise port. It's going to be on a little long area, a little long, like a pen-like shaped area that's a green space right now. They already have the permits. They already have the land cleared. They're just waiting for the final approval to start building it, and they're going to build a water park for families, which will undoubtedly be much cheaper than going to Atlantis. That can cost you, $200 to go to Atlantis for the day in some cases. So a nice water park that you can bring your kids off just off the ship might be a really nice addition to Nassau Port and entice a lot more people just to get off the ship, especially those traveling with kids. And you have Carnival, you have Royal Caribbean, you have MSC, you have Disney, you have a lot of family-oriented cruise ships heading into Nassau, so that would be a really great addition. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.